From Cell Phone Zone, I'm Neil and I'm going to show you how to change a LCD on a BlackBerry 9300 today. Quite a simple task, there's only 8 screws, doesn't take too long, about 10 minutes and we'll have it all done. Okay, so obviously there's nothing wrong with my screen at the moment, but I'm going to show you anyway. So first things first, I'm going to remove the back cover and take out the battery. Move them out of the way. Now, because we're on the back, I'm going to stay here. You've got 2 screws, okay? Now they are T6. That's a T6 taut screw, okay? We're just going to remove them. 1. 2. I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to remove my protection screen. Now, something to be aware on these is there's 2 layers to these, and if you're not careful you can separate the 2 layers and it will look damaged, it won't look very nice. Your phone will function fine, it will just look awful, so just be careful. When I start doing this, I start up at the speaker housing, okay, and I just go in and I just make sure I've got both layers. And I'll show you how to do that once I've got this off so you have a better understanding of what I mean. I'm just running it all the way around, like so. Once you get it to that point you can just lift it off. Now, the first time you do it is quite stiff, so be careful. And here are the 2 layers. It's difficult to see, but if you look around here there's a cutout where the speaker housing is, and there's two separate layers. Now if you go in between these 2, then it will become really difficult to remove this and also damage it. So just be careful when you do that. Now, one other thing is the adhesive around here. Okay, you'll be okay for about 15 to 20 minutes and then it will start drying up. So just be careful. At the moment, you should be able to do it quick enough to just replace this, put it straight back down and it'll stick, no problems. So you don't have to buy a new one. Okay? Now, next thing I'm going to do is remove this little cover plate. It's normally got your service provider. This one says T-Mobile. Now the way I'll remove it is I'll clip it up, lift it up like so, then I'll push forward and that just pops off. Okay? So that's removed. There's 2 screws under there but we'll remove them in a minute. First thing I'm going to do is remove this top bezel. And I'll start on this corner and I'll just pull it up. Okay, now it's clipped into place so you do have to use a little bit of force. Okay? Once you've lifted it, it should just come straight off. There's your top bezel off, and you can remove your keypad as well. Now, there are 6 screws, 6 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to remove all of them. We're going to start down at the bottom, because I need to remove this little cover plate. Okay, so we'll remove the bottom 2 first. You don't have to worry about the screws because they're all the same length and the same size, so it's not like you've got to take them out and put them back in a certain way. They're all the same size, it's no problem. Once I've done that, that little cover plate just pulls off. Now I'm going to remove the other 4 screws. There's 2. Top 2. Okay, that's all of the screws out. Now, to remove the motherboard and LCD from the middle plate, okay, I use from the back as well, I push. I start here at the charging port, I'll just put my nail in between the 2 and just pop it out and then use my fingers to push on the back as well. Okay? And then you should just be able to clip it out. Once your middle plate's off, the LCD is just connected here, so there's a little plug. Just disconnect that and then you should just be able to lift it straight off. Okay, once it's off, you don't need the motherboard or anything else from here. There's a couple of things you need to know. With Blackberries, okay, they have different screens. Even though they're all 9300s or all 9700s, they have different screens. I don't know why, they have a different code. Now you can tell that on the bottom there's a serial number. The somewhere reference on this one it is a 007. Okay, so I'll find a 007 on the website and get the right LCD. I think there's a 005 as well. So there's two different screens now, or LCD. Sorry. Just make sure that you take your phone apart, you check what serial number you need, then you order the part. Otherwise, you could order the wrong screen. Okay. I'm not going to put the new screen in because there's no point. There's nothing wrong with our old one. A couple of things also to be aware of is fingerprints. Okay. With the new one, it should come with a protection sticker. Leave that on until the last possible minute, and I'll show you when that is in just a second. Okay, I'm just going to make sure everything's sitting back down on the motherboard. LCD back on. Okay, it just clips on. There. We know it's in the right place. Now I'm going to plug it back in. So I'm going to plug this back on. Let's plug back in. Middle frame. I'm going to put the charging port in first. Okay. Then I'm just going to push down, make sure it's sitting down nicely. Okay, so that's sitting down. Now you can put all these screws back in. So, let's make a start. I'll work diagonally. I'll put one in the top. So, the other thing you can do is put this little cover plate in first. Just before you start putting the bottom screws in, because it sits underneath them. So just lay it in there. Just put here another screw in. Now I'll put one in the top corner there, so I'm going to put one down here, diagonal towards it, and that should pull the ball down nice and square. I'm going to put another one in the top, on this side. One down in the bottom corner. That's pulling that down nicely. I'm just going to put my battery in. You don't have to do it right now. I'm going to do that just so you can see it comes on. It is, once that's in, hopefully you should get a nice light come up. It's come up, and then hopefully the BlackBerry bar will come up and say it's turning on. There we go. So you don't have to do the battery right now, but obviously I want to do it so that you can see that it's working fine. Okay, now we're going to put the bottom two screws in. One. Two. Keyboard back into place. Top bezel back on now. I'll put that on, starting at the top, and I'll just push it down. Okay. Push those two clips back in, then I'm going to push the bottom two clips back into place. Check the sides are down quite nicely. Yep, they're nicely down. Put my screen protector back into place, and this just sticks back down in the same place, so just line it back up. I'll come in. Put your bottom cover back on. So top, down, turn it over. Your two bottom screws to go back in, and then your back cover. Just a word of warning, sometimes I have a blue sticker covering one of these. Basically you just push straight through it and up there. Back cover back on. As you can see, phone's working fine. No problems with that. Screen's replaced if it's broken, obviously. Other than that, there's not much you need to know. Just to recap, you need a T6 torque screwdriver. A pine tool is always useful. You can get both of these from our website. and obviously the LCD. Make sure that you get the right code name number for your phone. Okay. Now, like I said, even though all the 9300s are the same, for some reason the LCDs are not. So one 9300 will be different to another one. Don't know why, can't explain it, but that's what happens with the Blackberries for some reason. As you can see, nice and easy task, only 8 screws, all of the screws are the same length, they're all T6, nice simple task, repair your own phone. You can get all of these products from Cell Phone Zone, or SW Box as it was known. Thanks for watching guys, and I hope it's helped. Bye.